morning. My name is Charles Wagner. I am the founder of Grimazon.com. It is Friday, February 2nd, 2024, and this is episode 12 in our testimony sharing series. Last night I had a meeting at my church that lasted from approximately 6:30 to about 8:15. I got home around 8:45 p.m. and I turned off the engine to my car and I could hear a dog barking in the woods behind our house. This was not usual. And the dog was persistent. It was a continuous barking as if something was wrong. So I grabbed my flashlight and I went into the woods, following the sound of the barking. And eventually my flashlight shined, and then you could see the eyes in the flashlight. And I continued to get closer to the dog, and I eventually recognized the dog. The dog had been in our property a few months ago, just sitting there barking at our house for no particular reason. And I was able to make some phone calls a few months ago and identify the neighbor whose dog it was. And I was able to make a phone call, and they came and they retrieved their dog. Apparently, he has a habit of running out of the house. So last night, I recognized this dog once more. And I still had the woman's phone number. I called her up, and sure enough, the dog had run out of the house. They didn't know where it was, and so I helped the woman walk through the woods with a flashlight, and she was able to retrieve her dog, who was stuck in a thicket. His leash had wrapped around something, so the dog was in distress. So the story has a happy ending. The dog went home and was nice and warm. But I just want to share the metaphor that popped into my head, especially this morning. I felt real compassion for that dog. I didn't want that dog to spend a night in the woods, getting cold and not having food and just not having the warmth of a home. So I wanted to make sure it was taken care of. Well, how many of our neighbors are essentially barking in the woods at night, crying out for help? And how do we know that they're crying out for help? They have drug addiction. They have alcohol addiction. You hear fighting coming from the home. They might open their mouth and reveal that they believe worldly philosophies. They believe in some false religions. They are searching for answers. They are reading self-help books. There's numbers of ways in which our neighbors reveal that they are crying out for answers. They want to know the solutions for life. Life has left them confused. Life has left them scared, and they are barking in the woods at night, and they're revealing it to you by how they think and how they act. So what are you going to do? Are you going to have compassion? Are you going to hear what they're saying and observe what they're doing and do nothing? Are they going to spend their nights out in the woods barking, metaphorically speaking, and you're just going to lay in your bed and hear them barking, and you're okay with that? Yes, I guess I'm giving you a little bit of guilt today. Our neighbors need the gospel of Jesus Christ. They need to know that Jesus Christ changes lives. They need to know that there's answers for the questions that they're asking. They need to know that there's hope. And you have the flashlight and the means to walk into the woods and tell them Jesus Christ is the answer. And I know he is, because here's what he did for me. Please share your testimony with others. God bless.